Hi everyone, welcome to this demo on the actionable solution from Radix Learning. My name is Vaidyanathan. I'll be taking you through this demo. Just to set the context, we are going to take you through a demo of how to use the actionable solution for recruitment assessment, especially in the context of experienced hires. The actionable solution is a web-based application. It is accessed through a URL and a browser. I have already typed in the URL here, gateway.radixlearning.com/placeprep4student. This URL and the user ID and password has already been sent to all of you. I'm going to log in as one of the users. Once I enter the user ID and password, I click on the login button. This takes me into the application. As you can see here, the actionable solution has three different centers: the learning center, the practice center, and the assessment center. In the context of recruitment assessment, the learning center and the practice center are not relevant. We are going to focus this demo on the assessment center. So I am clicking on the assessment center now. Once I click on the assessment center, I see two different tabs, the TCA tests and MCQ tests. TCA stands for task-centric assessments and MCQ stands for multiple choice questions. Once again, for this demo, we'll be focusing on task-centric assessments. Let's start with a few tests on Java. I'm going to click on the subject called OOP using Java. Once I click on this subject, I see a subject home, test, and reports. The subject home provides me the last 10 scores of the test that I've taken. I'm going to click on the test tab and look at the list of tests available. So we have set up 7 different tests for you, and these are listed here on this particular screen. I can start with any of these tests. I'm going to start with the simple test which we will use for the sake of this particular demo. I'll also record a couple of other demos so that you can see some of the variations in the way the test can be conducted. So let me start off by clicking on the start button against the test number 4. Please note that the application will load the test in a new browser window. So in order for the new window to be opened, you have to ensure that your pop-up blockers are disabled. So once we have disabled all the pop-up blockers and launched the test in the new window, I can see that this particular test has 3 different tasks for me. So I'm going to start with the first task. I click on the attempt button against the first task. Once I click on the attempt button, I see a screen which tells me that this particular task involves determining the output of a Java program. There is a detailed description given here in terms of what I need to do. I read that and then click on the start test button. Once I start the test, I see 3 different sections on the screen. The first section is a task description area. The task description area gives me the description of what I need to do. Below that is the Java program. The candidate will go through the Java program and determine the output of the Java program. He or she will then enter this output on the third section, which is to the right. So once I go through this Java program, I decide that the output should be equal. So I go ahead and enter the equal as output and I click on submit. So I have now attempted the first task and there are 2 other tasks left for me. So let me go ahead and attempt the second task. I click on the attempt button. Once again I see the task description and I click on the start test. The same process as before. Again, there are three different sections and I need to go through the task description. I need to go through the Java program. In this case, it is about determining the way the data will be output from a tree set. I believe that the right answer for this would be 4, 1, 3, 2, or it may be 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know. I'm going to try out one answer. 4, 1, and I go ahead and submit that. The next one, I have loaded this particular task. This task again requires me to determine the output. I start the test. These are three different examples of determining the output. There are other tests which will show some other variations of the way that questions can be asked. This is a case where I need to understand how the string tokenizer works. There is a string given, welcome to our website, and it has been asked to be tokenized with the character O. So I determine that the correct answer for this would be WELC in the first line, and then ME space T in the second line, and the third line is U, maybe it's just space, and then UR website. So once I have given these answers, I then go ahead and click on the submit button. So I've completed all three tasks on this particular test. I click on the finish button. Once this test is submitted for evaluation, the system will evaluate the test and store the results, and the user will be informed that they can close the window. Now, for the sake of demonstration, we have ensured that the reports are actually visible in the portal given to you. This is a very basic report which will show you the score for the test. So as you can see here, the test has been completed on 7th of July 2011, and I can go ahead and click on the orange button to view the report. So let me go ahead and click on that button. I see a report in front of me which gives me a particular score. For some reason I have got only 12 out of 15, so the answer that I gave for that particular problem was not fully correct, and so I have received only 2 points for one of the problems, but I've received 5 marks each for the two other problems. As a user, I have received a total score of 12 out of 15. The recruitment team can use this score for further evaluation of this particular candidate. Okay, so I'm going to stop this demo at this stage, and I'm going to record a few other demos so that you can go through those as well in terms of variations of other tests. Okay, I'm going to click on the logout screen. Thank you for joining us in this demo.